Sorry, for real, for real.
Nah, not for real. I think we're ready to rock and roll. What's good, everybody?
You too.
Welcome to a trip to the zoo, baby. It's your boy Big Mike and this motherfucker, man. I love to do the intro because we gonna go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We got our girl Kiki in the building, but let's not forget the main show host, my man Calvin. Cal with the flicks. Cal with a flick, taking a pic. That's Cal with flicks. Yes, sir. Let's get straight to this.
My boy, my boy.
Yes,
Appreciate you,
sir.
Mike. As we
Let's
said already, we got Kiki with us as well. Y'all gonna get to learn a lot about Kiki today. Real quick, I just want to say, YouTube, it's been about, what, 2 months now since y'all done seen anything from me. So, shit. Man, before I even go, man, Mike, what you been had going, bro? Give us an update.
Nah, shit, man. I low key been grinding, like as always. I've been cutting hair still, obviously. Working on family, keeping family values, make sure all my family is straight and all that, and working. We got YouTube videos coming out. We got just lots of this. This year we're gonna focus more on being consistent. That's what I told myself. I feel like it's a new year, so we gotta do new things, and new opportunities gonna come. With the more consistency and the more discipline you got, you gonna win. So yeah, I got a lot of shit in store. I ain't gonna speak too much on it right now, but just know, me and Calvin and all of my friends, everybody that wants to do this content thing, we're gonna take this shit very serious this year. So, yes.
Hey, yeah, bro. Appreciate you sharing with us, bro. Sharing with the YouTube family. Like you said, bro, Mike's still doing his thing. I'm still pretty much doing me. Now, like I said, I done took a little step back from when it comes to strictly just pulling out this camera every day and recording everything that I do, but the background work just as important to me. So it's been a lot of like just out here connecting. If we on this podcast and wanting to bring light to the people of the town and the community, I got to be outside. Sometimes can't just have the camera in people's face. And honestly, bro, stuff like that is what bring me to even start working with Mike, start working with Kiki right here. And one of the biggest things, bro, just as y'all last seen us, and I mean, we recorded this, but it was just way bigger than YouTube. Man, we done this food drive. We done this Thanksgiving food drive, y'all, and it was just beautiful. I don't want to even downplay it, but it simply was just like an idea of we could do this. And man, lucky enough, blessed enough, like super fortunate to have Kiki right here, have Mike, Lil Renz, have Renz or Renz Blends, just anybody who came out to help us. My boy Rob, his brother Nico, man,
Shout
we
out
was
to
out
them.
there 8 deep, y'all.
Man,
8 deep, and we had about, Lord knows, like 300 meals or something like that.
man.
It was simple, but oh, but that was just a powerful moment for me. It just felt so good to really tap in with the community. So I'm sorry we ain't been recording everything, but yeah, we working, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Um, Kiki, Kiki. First
You
of all,
ready?
I guess
Are
first
you
question I want
ready?
to ask you is, man, when you heard about the idea of us putting together that food drive, man, y'all got a lot to talk about way past that, but when you heard us talk, like, just the first idea of that food drive, like, what made you jump on it so quick? But like, yeah, I'm gonna help him out. You even brought what, a hot plate for us, made sure we were good. Cause I ain't gonna lie, we was in bad shape. But
Listen, cause that's me. Wherever I can help, that's what I'm gonna do. And like anybody that's ever been around me, like they'll tell you that, like in any shape or form that I can extend myself, that's not gonna overexert myself, I'm gonna do it.
I can vouch that for sure.
and I've been seeing that. I ain't known Kiki for what, nothing about like a month, maybe two now, and I've been seeing that too. And even like you, from just literally hearing my podcast video being on and saying like, oh, I like that, and I like the idea of like going on there, and I feel like I'd be able to come on there and talk about stuff. I like that. You ain't know how much that helped me. Like I could see that you just naturally one of those people. Like so, I really appreciate that, and for you popping out with us. Period on that. Let's talk about you though. So like, of course we hosted the food drive at the shop, and this is probably the last time you'll hear me talk about that. But
No, you're gonna hear about it a lot more. I ain't gonna lie. 'Cause I'm gonna talk about it too. I ain't gonna lie.
of course,
Because
man.
I ain't gonna lie. Before we even get started, first of all, I want to say thank you to the community and the people that are around me all the time for
Yeah.
helping me strive for this. I want to make this a yearly thing, annually on the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Yours truly is gonna do this. You will at least try to do this. I'm not gonna make a complete promise, but I'm gonna try to do this every single year because that was a warm feeling. It helped me. It helped me, the people around me, and it helped just to give back. You know, when you got the ability to give back to people and do something for others, and you don't expect nothing in return for it. That's probably one of the most amazing feelings in your life. So, I really enjoyed that. So I really want to do that. I want to try to keep that going. You know what I mean? So,
To see the smiles on them people's faces, like it was some, it was some, like that's a feeling that you only can be like genuinely doing the act to really get the full feeling of it, like for real.
no, real
Now
shit.
let me ask. I guess it's really a question for both of y'all. When y'all both ended up at that shop, did y'all see yourself being involved in stuff that ain't got nothing to do with her? Stuff like that. Stuff that's like you more just strictly working with the community. It ain't got nothing to do with you styling nobody hair. You ain't had to pull out no clip.
Yeah, like I grew up doing that type of stuff though. Like my mama, she'll take us to like go and feed the homeless and people that was less fortunate. So yeah, like I genuinely enjoy that type of stuff. I do. That's why I made the suggestion like, okay, next year let's do hygiene products. Let's start, you know what I'm saying, getting stuff together now. You know.
But that was a super good one. She was literally talking about like hygiene, like people like portable shower stuff, like seriously. And I don't know, that hit me deeply. That's something we're gonna have to do. Cause think about how many people out here, like your food's one thing, but how many people ain't been able to bathe for I don't who knows how long.
And just to have like that bottle of water, dip that toothbrush in there, you know what I'm saying? Brush your teeth, like that'll make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
A big difference. I don't know. I just appreciate to have that type of mindset around me then as well. To it. Real quickly, of course, Kiki, I want to ask about like your origins. I know we talked a little bit off camera. You told me you came up here from St. Louis. I mean, what was life like in the Lou a little bit, and just tell me about that transition of coming from like, of course, a little bit bigger. Of course, it's a different motion lifestyle in St. Louis to Columbia. So, what's that transition like for you?
So I actually came up here before I stayed in Columbia. I was in Memphis. I'm from St. Louis though, which I know Memphis my second home, but But change. Like it was time for change. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the city, like for me, Memphis was a new environment because I wasn't from there. You know what I'm saying? But down in Memphis, like, it's good people, but it's a lot of pain and trauma in that city as well. You know what I'm saying? And I started dealing with it. I started feeling like I was feeling in St. Louis. It was time to go. And literally, like, the day I left, like, I had a dream and God talked to me in my dream and he was like, you need to get up, you need to go. Like, no questions asked. I packed me and my kids up in my truck that I had at the time and I left and I came here. I
Let
came
me
here.
ask you what that feeling was like, cause I can see that like a clear sign of I just gotta get up out of here. Like you can't deny that when God come to you, but when you first had that, what was the feeling like? What did you get scared at all of like damn I kind of do need to go to a new place? Am I were you nervous about like how you were
Nah,
going to transition?
nah, because you have your signs. You know what I'm saying? It's all about if you paying attention to them, if you running from them. I wasn't running from them. I was just sitting still, literally. I'm sitting still, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
And life kind of just told you, oh yeah, it ain't no more. It ain't no more reason to be here no more.
It and it wasn't. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. So I left. I left. I left.
I mean, so once you got here, like, how quickly did it take you to at least like on the hairstyle side of everything you do, how quickly did it take you into getting into a shop and like into getting comfortable with working with clients here?
I'm still not comfortable.
Hey, I love that
I'm
honesty
still not
though.
comfortable. But who I'ma say total, I've been at the shop constantly a year. So it took me about 3. So what happened was my peoples was going up to Ren's shop or whatever getting they haircut. And so I was taking my son and he was seeing how I was doing my son and my daughter hair. He was like, "Who do their hair?" I'm like, "Me." You know what I'm saying? He like, "For real?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? He ain't say too much, so I'm taking him up there. So finally, he's constantly seeing my work, seeing the different styles and stuff. So eventually, he was like, "I need you here." And I was like, okay. I didn't take it serious at first because it wasn't something that I wasn't ready for. You know what I'm saying? But he always kept his door open. Always. And so one day I was like, you know what? I'm putting everything to the side. I was like, I'm gonna go up there. Went up there, rap with them, start taking people. You know what I'm saying? And hey, shout out to Renz.
Shout out to
Shout out
Renz.
to
Big shout out to
Renz.
him.
Like for
Yeah,
real.
I know, man. All three of us can credit a lot to him. I ain't even known the man
Lot to
that long, but
him.
all three of us in this room can credit a lot to him. I
Real
honestly feel
shit.
like every single episode of this podcast, he's been shouted out. Seriously. So,
But it's a blessing though to have people like that. And I tell him all the time, like you deserve so many more flowers than what you are giving. Like he
seriously.
carries so many people on his back. Like I don't even think people realize the magnitude of that dude. Like Renz is that's an extraordinary man. For real. For real.
I remember the day he texted me. For real, I'm barely like I'm doing like I'm not even doing nothing
You
crazy.
knew.
I'm like, hold on, dude wanted me to come, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, rap with him. Like that's the best shop. Everybody I know talking about that's the best shop in town. That's the best. So when he hit me up, I'm like,
You got recruited.
Yeah, I got
what?
recruited.
You
And
got
then and it's
recruited.
crazy because when I first got there, I quit. I was like, man, I can't do it. I'm scared. I'm too scared. I'm like, nah, man, it's all right. I'm just gonna leave it alone for a while. Kind of pack my stuff up, left. I'm like, it's all right. I thank you for this opportunity, whatnot. Not even 2 weeks later, I was back in that motherfucker. I'm like, nah, bro, what are you doing? I had to talk to him. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's like you messing up your opportunity, bro. Don't like take that.
I
Don't
want to say,
not take it.
for
Be
me,
around
at
it.
least what I see is like, and watching Mike go from like barber school and to being in that shop now, and being as far as he is with it now, I look at it as like, it just kind of, it takes a special person to take that pressure. Like you just said, it's one of the biggest barbershops in town. It's like it's just rent is of a high magnitude. So yeah, it's a lot of pressure to come to you. But I like that about him as a person, cause you don't, it don't, not everybody can just take somebody like Mike, like you, like anybody young like us, and just say, I know you can handle this. I know you can do exactly what you've been showing me that you can do and more. Cause I sat there and had talks with Renz, and I was like pretty much trying to tell him that like it was something we were trying to put together ourselves. And I was telling him like, yeah, like no, I haven't forgot about you. It's just this and the third. And he was like, I'm not rushing you at all. I'm just telling you that I know you can do this. I know that if anybody could do this, it like, well, this would be something for you, and I know how much it could do for you. And for to have him talk to me like that is like, I don't know. I just like having a figure like that. I never really had nobody pushing me to do stuff that, like, of course I think I can do it, but when you start to say, no, I need you to sit down and really do that now. I don't know. I always like that. I want to get into it, like, and this may be a little deeper, but if you can remember just that, specifically that first month you was in that shop, that first month, what you felt like?
The first month I was like actually taking clients and stuff. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was like, I ain't doing this. This ain't for me.
The real shit though.
I was like, this not for me. I got a 9 to 5 I can depend on. Like this ain't nah, y'all can't get my time like that.
You was feeling how Mike was feeling, huh? I ain't
For
got to come
real.
back.
I ain't gotta come back. And I'm sitting there like, but life humbled me. Life really, really, really humbled me. And it was like, and every time I say I wasn't coming back, where I'm at, right back in there doing her. Right back. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of life though. And that's the beauty of having people like that in your circle because we all need environments that we can evolve. Like life is always about evolving.
Environments where you can't really get complacent in there, and you can't, like, even if you come in that mug in a bad mood, like, yeah, you just want to get your job done and you want to get up out of there. You can't help but like have somebody like Mike right there or Kiki right there or whoever else is in the shop that day, just somebody bringing some good energy. So for you to find that place of like solace like that, that's good. I know you mentioned your kids earlier, and that's kind of how you got into that shop. I want to ask you, ever since you've been in there like way more often now, you kind of got past that, like, I don't need this. Once you kind of got past that, and now you know that this is where you need to be at. How you been able to balance that with your kids as well?
Oh, that's why I can't I'm not able to really take it full time on how I really want to. It's a balance though. Like now I try to book while they at school or if it's not a sporting season, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get as many people as I can outside of those hours. Like that's why y'all, thank you to whoever is patient with me. Like thank you. Thank you. Cause y'all matter and I appreciate the patience but ultimately my family do come first. Like my kids come first and I'ma always stick behind them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just every day different. If I can get you in, I can get you in. If you book if you text me, you know what I'm saying, ahead of time and be like, hey, can I book? I'ma get you in. But
But so far, you would say you've been pretty good at like making sure you still getting people in there. That's why I
yeah.
asked that just because I want to see
Yeah.
if you had any advice for like any other women in the lane of beauty, whether that be nails or whatever the case they do. I know a lot of girls right now, a lot of women who are they schooling, they got their kids, they got
Yep.
maybe they parents they take care of, they got whatever the case is. So how would
Yeah.
if Kiki was to get the best advice possible to balance all of that and still get that bag? How? What would you tell them?
Your price is your price and your time is your money. And whoever is meant to sit in your chair is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of the biggest things that I had to learn, and I learned that the hard way. Trying to accommodate everybody, and you know what I'm saying? Because it was a point in time where I ain't gonna lie, I was charging $65. You was getting your head washed, you was getting a style, and you was getting your retwist. You know what I'm saying? But that was taking me all day. I'm not finna be up here for $65 all day. But then throughout this process, I also learned okay, I can still get you washed and dried. Now I got to kind of speed my work up, you know what I'm saying? But still give you the same quality that you're looking for. But my price has to go up. You know what I'm saying? Because even though there was originally a hustle, it turned into my only source of being able to pay my bills at once upon a time. So it was okay, I got too much going out. I got too many dividends. I ain't like how that felt. I'm in the shop working, and as soon as I leave the shop, I ain't got nothing to show for it. Oh, some
Oh,
gotta give. Some had to give. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say thank you to that environment because it taught me as a entrepreneur how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying?
The
let me,
Yeah.
environment is so important. Like when you said, because that was one of my questions. I was gonna ask you how important is your environment to to actually grow and see yourself succeed. Like I was.
It's important because you gotta think. You a lot of people they paying booth rent for somewhere that they're not seeing growth. They're not seeing any results. And it's that's not why we here. That's not the purpose of us in this field.
Yeah.
At the
to
end,
just stay
you know
stagnant.
what I'm
No, you're not
saying?
trying to do
Hell
that.
no.
At all. Like we are all entrepreneurs. Even outside of being a business owner, you are a human that is supposed to evolve. If nothing is changing, something is wrong. Seriously.
Yeah,
That's
that's
real.
real shit.
That that
Seriously.
y'all y'all hold on.
Hey,
Wait.
hey, you gotta put that on the cash on the outside. You hear me?
That's gonna be the title
Yeah,
of this.
you hear
Cause
me?
seriously, if oh my God, if nothing is changing, then you're doing wrong.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
For real. That's why people be stuck. That's why people don't like that. That's why it's so much trauma because people are just stuck in the environments that are still the triggers to the trauma. So you got to think the trauma, the trigger, you just heard. You feel like you want to move around, but you scared to move around, but you don't have that faith to just take that step. So it's like now every day, all day, you just in that mode. In that mode. You wake up to it. You go to sleep to it. It is what you breathe, eat, think. everything.
And we trying to do more than just survive out here. We trying to
You
live.
know what I'm saying? So that's why I say if you're not evolving, something is wrong.
To the soul.
That's a good one right there.
Every
We gonna
time.
we
For
gonna
real.
break on that, y'all. Um, quick little commercial break. Y'all know I always got some ad. Quick little commercial break and we'll be right back.
On the way to some money, on the way to some greatness, on the way to some of these niggas call they self hating. Want an ounce, so move around, you call yourself waiting. On the grind, but I might bust my ass.
Say, so you mentioned how like one of the biggest things about balance is making sure that you honestly just can't accommodate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to make that sound like too blunt or bad. Like it's just a serious thing. You cannot be there for everybody else. Oh, I need an extra 15 minutes. I'm gonna be a little 15 minutes late. Or you got somebody who needs you right now. You can't wait for the 15 minutes late. So I get that. If you got somebody $20 short, but over here you got full price in the tip, you can't take $20 short. So I get that. And I guess that kind of just now made me think of what's been some of your pet peeves dealing with clients. We got to speak on like just a specific client period. Of course, we can't just y'all.
The biggest pet peeve for me is people feel like they can demand your time. No, you can't. Because at the end of the day, you need my service. And it's not to sound selfish, but I have to accommodate a multitude of people because it is a demand. You know what I'm saying? And so I just need everybody to stop for a minute and realize, hey, if I don't respond right then and there, I'm probably doing something. I'm probably trying to arrange to get you on my books. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people don't know I'm in school. I am a single mother. My kids are in sport, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that has anything to do with my customers, but y'all have to remember I'm only one person.
Exactly, and with one person, sometimes you gotta do what makes the most sense.
Like I'm a small business owner. Like I don't have a shop that you can walk into and okay, if I can't get you in, this person can get you in. I ain't there yet.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
I ain't there yet. But just be a little patient, y'all. Dang. Dang. What Boosie say? I'm trying to be cool.
Because anytime you really doing something that requires you strictly being the one doing the service, providing the service, then yeah, it's gonna be a lot of times to where you gotta put yourself first.
Yeah.
You cannot be a. I hate to say it, but sometimes the client ain't always right.
Yeah.
That's just what it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
I find myself at times too to where I'm trying to work with someone and I guess on my end of it is usually stuff of like somebody want to know, well, bro, we shot the video today. You think I'll have that by the next 3 days or something? No, I don't.
They don't know what really go into the craft. Like when people sit in my chair, even when people just come around me, like it's an experience. Like it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
What is that? So when you say that, because that's something I also value in everything I do too. I like to make it about the experience. And when you say that that's your main focus is experience, a lot of times you gotta go above and beyond for the customer.
So
Client.
when you come and sit in my chair,
Right.
first of all, you're getting prayed over. It's a therapy session.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel like when you come and sit in my seat, you're gonna walk out feeling better, looking better, and you just learn something just off of us having a conversation. Seriously, and that's how the experience should be. You like your crown, your head, your crown is one of the most precious things that you have to protect. because that's the center of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your scalp, your thoughts, like it matters what and who is touching it. You know what I'm saying? So if my energy not right, I'm not booking nobody. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I can't. I'm not.
And has that like? Let me ask you then. Has that stopped you? Like, has there been several times where that stopped you before? Of like just a, you not feeling it, or has there ever even been a time to where I know you say you like if you were gonna pray over them and you allow people to be open and vulnerable with you while in your chair, but have you ever even had clients who kind of just, whether it be the client or yourself, that kind of just brought you that bad energy, where it's like, you know what? I don't know if this is really even the right thing. Yeah, the money there, but
First of all, when you text me, when you reaching out to book the appointment, how you text me,
right.
let me know everything I need to know.
How? Give me an example. What's some times that they came off just wrong?
All right. So this one customer, he was like, yeah, such and such gave me your number. I'm trying to get booked and I'm trying to get done. I said, hey, how are you?
It's all about how you approach somebody.
It's all about the approach. You can't. You first of all, you don't even. You not respecting it already. I don't want your money. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm quick to do that.
And that's that. Mike, I don't want to step on your toes with. I know you have this coming up in your line of questioning, but you did just give us a lot about like your spirituality. But if there's any more about that, even like not even just as a beautician, but just as a woman, because another reason I wanted to come on here just to also be a good influence for the women viewers.
Listen, y'all. These women beautician do not want y'all men. We don't want them. We don't want them. We trying to provide a service. Like that's it. That's it. I'm here to make my money and to send him home feeling and looking good. That's it.
For you.
For you. You feel me? For you. Like I stopped taking customers because significant others were insecure because of how I was.
It came that far just off of you just
Being me.
person.
Being me. Being me. Being me. But it's like if you don't take that time to, because anytime that like a man is with his significant other, I'm gonna always greet that woman first, even if I am doing business with your man, because I respect you as a woman. As a woman. You know what I'm saying? And to let you know, like, hey, and I get it. You've probably had other women come to you as a woman and still, you know what I'm saying, something happened. But I just need y'all to know, like, that's not why I'm here. My purpose is to provide a service and to create an experience and send them home. You know what I'm saying? And men also need to know, like, that's not that. Keep it very professional. Very professional.
And I'm glad you even brought this up. I'll be real with y'all. I didn't really have it in mind for a question, but I'm glad you spoke on kind of both sides of it. Because, like, of course, there's some women out here, like, just because you look good or just because you may already be a, like, pretty sociable type of person don't mean that you're flirting with every client.
Yep.
And I wanted to ask you that simply off of, I guess some women also don't know how to kind of limit themselves. Like they won't take that extra step to greet the significant other. Let them know that this is about comfortability. This is not about me anything with your man. This is more of I'm trying to provide for my family.
That's it.
And also send him looking good for you. Send him off looking good for you. And then on the side of men, that's one thing we have to stop looking at is like this woman is simply here to get some money.
That's it.
Just to get some money.
I'm just a business owner.
You have no reason to sit there and try to like go out of your way to, I don't know, just make it something it's not.
But also what just living life, like a secure person is always going to intimidate an insecure person. Like I've walked in a room and other people that have been in my shoes can vouch for this. You can simply walk in a room and it will irritate somebody. Like seriously, like I've had it happen to me and it's like, damn, like what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn like they ain't got nothing to do with me. They got their own problems that they dealing with. I'm here for this. I'm coming to get what I came to get and I gotta go.
To lighten this a little bit, let me ask you.
What's up?
Because of course we can talk about the bad all day long.
Yeah.
We really could. That could be a whole 3 episodes. But if you got any moments with a client that really just hit you, like one of them heartwarming moments you'll never forget, I'd love for you to share some of that.
Oh, I got so many.
Yeah, because it's a lot. I know it's a lot of smiles, a lot of joy that come with it. Just as much as we can talk about negative stuff, I know it's a whole lot of actual good bonding, and like I'm glad I met this person.
Yeah.
To let this like do a service for this person and feel good about it. Not for the money, but because they a good person.
A lot of people that sit in my chair, I'm the first person that they've allowed to even touch their head.
Oh. So before we go any further with that, with you knowing that, with you personally knowing that, do that add any like extra pressure on you to like? I guess just that experience wise.
My energy always has to be right. Like, that's why I say your crown is one of the most precious things that you have. And it's important to take care of it. So anybody that sit in my chair, like I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Because a lot of people, I be the first person that to touch their head.
So they know nothing about what that's like to be there and sit and let somebody for however many hours it takes to just. That's a automatic bonding right there.
It is. That's why when you come from out of my chair, you know how to properly take care of your hair. You know what products you need to do. You know how often you need to come see me. You're gonna know what products I use.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just gonna know. You gonna know. And like for me, like thank you for trusting me with it. Like thank you.
Let me ask you something. So, for me, when it comes to evolving, right, and we use this word a lot in general, I'm glad we did. When it comes to evolving for me in any sort of lane, I feel like I've evolved, and it's something like it's obvious I have when it comes to the point of I can teach somebody else. Have you found yourself at that point, or at least like, you know, you getting close to that to where now you would even take away some of the pressure from yourself of being the main person to go and teach someone?
So
You know you built up a lot of knowledge by now.
lock class coming soon. Lock class coming soon. Yes. I've been working out all the details. I'm gonna be dropping flyers and everything. It's gonna be $100 class. 7 slots available only. You know what I'm saying? Come get the knowledge. Come get the gems that I have. And after this, like, yeah, I got plenty of customers and I'm ready to, hey, I can't get you, but this person can.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say that's beautiful. I said that's like the main, like obvious sign that you grow.
Yeah.
You done got to a point where you can start teaching other people and put them in position to make some money.
And I'm excited too.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
ex-
I definitely love to hear that. Like you said, launch school coming soon. More details on the way. Definitely shoot me that as soon as you can, so I can, in description on this vid. I'll even shout that out on my socials. I know Mike will as well. Do what we can to support. Mike, did you have anything for Kye2Lyfe?
Yeah, I just want. I know we touched on a lot of things, so I want to start with. So what's? I know you say you opening up a lot of class.
Mhm.
I want to kind of expand on that a little bit. I want to say what are the next steps for you in your business?
Ooh. So right now I'm in school for esthetician. So on top of providing services for locks. I'll be providing facials, massages, not the deep tissue, just relaxation purposes only. Body waxing, body contouring in different aspects of it. Um, makeup, all kind of stuff. Just like all kind of stuff. So
Beauty
just
badge on lock. You hitting it on the top of the nail right now. I feel that.
yeah.
Would you ever futurely like do a class for that also? Like in the future or no?
No, you gotta go to school for that. You gotta go to school for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do appreciate how you was telling us like doing hair was something you picked up on just being younger, like with your little sister you said, right?
Yeah.
So I do like the idea of how you took that, like the natural talent. Like I said, I got a lot of sisters, so I grew up seeing them being able to like spray hair. Their friends come over, now they doing each other hair, but none of them like even just realize that natural talent you got.
Yeah.
Helping people stay groomed is probably one of the most valuable things you can do in this world. That's genuine. Everybody wants to look good.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to feel good about themselves.
And another thing, don't be afraid of your natural talents. Like embrace it, because I know like we live in a cruel world, and a lot of people don't have support. You know what I'm saying? Like some people just feel like, oh, that's just a hustle. You need a job. No, your talent is your talent. That's a gift from God. Use that, embrace that, mold that. It's all about the molding. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta put in that work. It's not gonna come to you. You gotta put in a work. You gotta sit back. Hey, if you take a step back, that's okay. Cause now you sitting on knowledge that you didn't know before to be able to take a bigger step when you come back.
I love that description because that's exactly how I try to explain it to people
Yeah.
when I'm not working with this camera, I'm still doing the work. I spoke about that right at the beginning of this. I'm always doing the background work and knowing something like this podcast with the intention of getting the community out there. Sometimes I can't always be recording. Sometimes it has to be just I'm somewhere running to somebody that's cool and come to find out, oh, you have a story worth sharing and you have that heart to where I know you're gonna get some advice and just a story purely.
Yeah.
Some stuff that the people really can't like. I don't know. Some stuff that's like the people like. I don't even know how I want to word that. Like, I guess I just always love the idea of. Sometimes it's more simple shit. Sometimes it's like you've been living a life of all stuff you could benefit from. You've been had that mindset and that heart to like really be successful, but you never had a push. You never
Yep.
had seen somebody just like you, whether that's your skin tone or grew up how you did, got the same amount of siblings as you, or whatever the case is, be successful. So until you hear that from somebody who looked just like you, lived just like you wouldn't think that's possible.
I feel like that's what the culture of Colombia lacks.
Right.
It's not a lot of black entrepreneurs that's really coming back and trying to help this next generation get on. That's why I say I'm so grateful for Renz. Like that, he's like that man is amazing because he is one of the few that's down here that's not even from her, that's putting people on.
And ain't never been shy to do it. Never hesitated to do
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Never looked at somebody as like, damn, I had this idea, they might be something, and then kind of fall back from it. Nah, I done seen him take people who shit. Just from me being around him for these last few years, I've seen people around him who I guess I didn't see the vision,
Yeah.
and he did, and still put
Yeah.
them on. Even with myself, like I said, we've had talks and certain stuff that's like, okay, I'm in that lane, like especially with camera stuff. I'm in that lane, but it's like you asked me to do something that I think requires a whole lot more money than I have right now, or requires way more knowledge and experience. But talking with somebody like Renz, just having a figure like that, it put in your head that no, you got everything you need right now to
Yep.
be successful.
Yeah.
And I always like that about that guy, and I don't know, I get inspired by people like that, and I want that. I want to be something like that for our community as well. I'm just 22 right now, so of course.
That's okay. That's okay. Age don't mean nothing because you know stuff that I don't know, but I know stuff that you don't know. So when we put that piece of the puzzle and that piece of the puzzle, it's a piece of the puzzle that come together. Okay, so now we take what we know. We got this piece of the puzzle. So now we go out into the world. Hey, I found such. That's another piece to the puzzle.
Now let me ask you, and this is honestly something I've only done in maybe 2 of these videos ever, but if you had any advice for me, I know this ain't your lane, so just any like life advice in general or specifically for our viewers that may not have anything to do with like beauty, but just a life in general, what they should do to keep going. What would you tell us? What would you tell me?
To keep going,
You are.
keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. You have to believe in yourself. Everybody else can believe in you that's around you. If you don't believe in yourself, what are we here for? What are we here for? Because now you just using valuable resources for what? For what? And everything is a lesson. Nothing is a loss. Everything is a lesson. Everything. Everything. We don't take L's. We take lessons. Nah, it's a beautiful thing y'all doing. Keep putting on for the city. Keep putting on. For real. Keep putting on. It's so many entrepreneurs out there. Like, for real. So many people out there with voices. Like, just keep putting on.
Real quick, my bad, but when you say entrepreneur, will you explain to people like how hard it is to actually be like an entrepreneur, and how like it doesn't like, because you know how the internet can portray the entrepreneur.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it's not just.
It's ugly. I'm okay.
It gets ugly.
It gets ugly. When I say ugly, this is what I mean.
Right.
On the cameras, you know what I'm saying? Everything is glitz and glam, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, but what they not telling you is behind closed doors, I cried 5 nights straight. I had to give up 5 and 6 things and really pour into this one. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to step back from everybody. I had to tune everybody out to really zoom in on what my craft was. And that be hard because with entrepreneurship, it comes with discipline. And if you not dedicated to your craft, nobody else is going to be.
I hate to cut you off, but to me, like, with being an entrepreneur is literally a thing of you're the product, you're the system, you're the machine making the product. So therefore, everything good, bad, in the middle, you have to deal with.
Yep.
It's all on you to deal with that. So
yeah,
like she said, it get ugly. You know, that sound ugly in itself, but yeah, it get real ugly. But it also be beautiful to push yourself like that.
And another thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is entrepreneurship is a spiritual journey as well. Like, it's very spiritual. So if you not right within, what you think your business gonna do?
Please tell more. Please tell more.
Like,
I want the people to really hear what you mean. What you mean by
when I say like
spiritual.
Like, boom, you got the same person as me doing the same thing that I'm doing, right? But they only in it for the money. You know what I'm saying? So they can get you in, they can get you out. They always available, but they not paying attention to your roots thinning. This dread then fell out. Your part's not even all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Whatever product you're using is drying out your hair. So it's like they in it for one reason. I'm in it for this reason. But I took a day off from everything so I could get my energy right so that I can talk to my God. You know what I'm saying? Not to, just use that, and I apologize if I offend anybody out there, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in tune. I'm in tune. And so it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
And I guess it, as you said it like that, for the one who's just there for the money of it, you're not thinking about where they roots standing, or you're not thinking about the
They don't
partnership. You know what
care.
I'm saying?
They only in it for the money.
And when it's like that, the spiritual side of it, like your lack of effort or your lack of you really caring about anything other than money, shows on your client. Literally. Not only do it show on you, it shows on your clients.
Yep.
I love how you just gave that visual right there. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I thought about it. Well, at least for me, I look at it as like the spiritual side of it is simply like, with your business, right? If you started some ground up yourself, it's completely you or like your group, your team, right?
Yeah.
If it's based on you, that growth of that business is gonna be a clear sign of you as yourself growing. Because first of all,
Yep.
you wouldn't have stuck in this long if you wasn't growing. Second of all, there's no way you can go from just a simple. Let's take this for example, right? Let's take this as a simple. Oh, we're in Mike's grandma's house in his bedroom, trying to record a little rehearsal for a podcast. If we never grown, we'd still be right there, or we just never would have made it to the time of being in the full studio. And even the people knowing the podcast now for having this backdrop right here, it just would have never got to that point. So I mean, that's how I seen it. But that visual you get is beautiful because it really started to make me see of like how not only do your work affect you, but it affects them people that's consuming your work, your product.
All of that.
I love that right there.
All of that.
I gotta say, if, Mike, do you have anything else? Kiki, do you have any more thoughts, or even anyone you want to shout out before we end this off?
Shout out to God.
Yes.
Shout out to God. Amen. You feel me? Like without him, none of us would be where we sitting at now. Like doing what we're able to do. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the people that support us. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my babies for putting in them long nights with me.
Right.
It's paying off. But and then just shout out to the people that have paved the way before us to be able to do the things that we do now. That's it.
Hey.
That's it.
All glory be to the Most High God, and I thank you, Kiki.
Of course.
Thank you for joining us. Yes, sir.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. Out of 5,000.